To my Chattanooga peeps, I want to apologize. I really do. I want to apologize. I sure do. I want to apologize. See, I've been gone from Memphis. See, even though I was been gone for over 10 years, I have bragged about Memphis. I said Memphis wasn't for the play. That Memphis stood up for things. And I praise part of my, I guess, personality based on the fact that I'm from Memphis. Only black democratic city in the state of Tennessee. We got black judges, over 15 black judges. We got black city leaders, elected officials. We got black movers and shakers. Oh, I tell you, it's just a black thing. Oh, it's a black thing. But the Trump administration it appears make you see things that you really need to see. It makes you wake up to those who you think are all about the cause of being black. So I gotta apologize. While these other cities I keep preaching about are fighting and standing their ground, we had some folks that sold Memphis out. But see, Memphis is so happy right now. I'm looking at all the comments. Eyes free. Oh, in a week they had cleaned up the city. Oh, we so happy. And I realized something. It doesn't take much for people in Memphis to be happy. I was reading a documentary about the voting rights and how people used to give them, black folks, to get their vote, chicken and watermelon. Yeah, because black folks love chicken and watermelon. They used to give them that, kiss the babies and stuff and things like that. And they went to black churches. Oh, they still do that now. They go to black churches. You only see them during election time. See, some of these folks here have figured it out. But see, the difference is that a lot of white people don't go into the black community. But in Memphis, they go into the black community. They got to find that one good field person to make sure that they get elected in office. Now, why y'all, I talk about appearances because, right now, this is not about a cleaning up a city. Oh, no. This is the appearance, the illusion that they want you to have that they're cleaning it up. You said, well, Samantha, how could you say that? You just mad because, you stay there and I stay here and you were, but I'm going to tell you how it goes. For you so-called happy jujus that down there. Y'all got to be jujus now. See, because he don't care anything about you. He already telling you. Now, the federal government, this Trump in charge, the orange guy, the brown turd, he organized with Governor Lee, the spineless wonder, to deploy the National Guard, ICE, and all these other agencies to come down there and clean up Memphis. They had a meeting with Stephen Miller, co-founder of Project 2025, which some of you Negroes still don't believe exists. I know you don't. And then infiltrated, start confiscating all these arrests and all of these things that's going on in Memphis. But if you notice, when they had that meeting with Stephen Miller and Pam Bundy, Pam Bundy, they didn't collaborate with the court system. They didn't collaborate with Memphis police, Shelby County Sheriff. They just going in and rounding them up. Going in and rounding them up. See, they didn't coordinate anything. See, a real coordination would involve more than just arrest. See, because you got to have somewhere to put them. See, you can't arrest somebody and then not have anywhere to put them. But, oh, I tell you, it's going to get bigger, better. It's going to get bigger and better. See, they got a problem now where they don't know where to put these people. It's getting overcrowded. They arresting them. They confiscating guns. Where we put these old black folks in? Because you know it's not them, but the black folks are tap dancing because they can now go walk on Beale Street. They tap dancing because they's free. That's what one of my social media friends said. They free. So they ain't got nowhere to put these folks. They just came down there to get rid of them. They put them somewhere. While the black folks tap dancing and glad that they coming. Glad that they here. Oh, it's been a week and they ain't cleaned up the city. No, the real criminals are hiding because the real criminals know that, they gonna stay laid low so they won't get caught. So now they got a population problem. 201 was already overflowing. Federal courts have already said that 201 is overflowing. The Penal Farm, the Mullen Station, that's overflowing. They got too many of that. Oh, but they got a whole bunch of y'all in there. So how do you solve a problem that they brought on? They doing something good on the front end, but it's getting ready to explode on the back end. Now they was trying to build a new jail, New Chicago, and them folks said, no, you ain't building it in our city, in our little area, black folks area. They got that plant that Elon Musk built, and the water now don't taste as clean as it used to be. It tastes like a fart, and y'all getting sick there, and yeah, but y'all don't figure, y'all, and you know what? I have yet to hear somebody say, I work at the Elon Musk factory in a data factory in Memphis. I have yet to see a black person work there, even to clean up. I have yet to hear that. But y'all, they're there. Paul Young sold y'all out on that because he got a bag, because he knew Elon wasn't gonna hire none of y'all coonberries. But y'all was okay with that. Now y'all getting understanding. Your air stinks and everything around your utility bill is up. Elon ain't paying all that utility bill. Y'all are. Y'all cutting. They giving their stuff to the back end for y'all. But back to the prison. Well, you know, Steve Murrow, he's a very smart. I love Steve Murrow because Steve Murrow, he's very, very. He used to run the University of Memphis Law Library. Yeah. He used to be part over there. Now he's elected as the DA. He ran and won. And Memphis had a problem real bad when Amy was there. But no, them Republicans they don't want to show up their other folks. So what they did was he got elected, and that Brent Taylor been Republican. Memphis, he been Brent Taylor, he been on Steve Murrow for like a dog. He been on there like a dog. And Steve said, you know what? He got over them complaints. He said, you know what? What we need to do is to address the surge. Everybody trying to address the surge that's coming in to accommodate. They said, we need a night court. See, that was Steve's first biggest mistake. He shouldn't have told them what they needed. See, me, I would have said, well, you know what, since y'all arresting all these people, you came down here and arrested all these people, surely you would have somewhere for them to go. You would have some court for them to go, but apparently you don't. But they said, no, no. So what they did was they said, okay, we're going to take this opportunity to make Steve look bad and Shelby County look bad. That these black folks, you know how they are. They just like little children. We're going to take them and we're going to open up. We're going to go down there and shame them some more. So now I know for a fact when I did my research, I did a lot of, I volunteered for the different attorneys when I was in Memphis. I did court reporting, blogging about different judges in Memphis. I ended up, I know that Monday through Thursday is it looks like they making a Tarzan movie in 3D at 201 Poplar. You see, it is a explosion of people at 201 Poplar. I mean, and it's not just on the first floor, which is the traffic court. It's at the city court. It is on every level. Every level. Thursdays, I think it kind of tapers off in the evening, and Friday it's not that big. So why would like I said, they trying to infiltrate. They trying to, it ain't just the fact that they trying to, they showing y'all, they giving y'all a good time. But see, they got to infiltrate, totally take over. See, cause you ain't thinking that. How do you take over a city of black folks without taking it over in their face? Well, let's see. Some things you ain't got to do. Wanda Halber did her own. That's her own boo-boo. Lee Harris, he wasn't no good, but you stop the county budget from going through. You deny that. You give him emergency access. He can only get money through emergency access. That means that the government is still functioning, but it's not functioning the way he wanted to function. Now they got it where Lee Harris is trying to cut and have the whole school board get reelected again. See, they're trying to get rid of the school board because you know why? Because of the simple reason federal funding is getting ready to, they finna tamper with the federal funding next year. So you got to get rid of the school board. If it's state ran and it's state owned, then y'all won't have no control about education. You won't have no control about where your children go. They're going to start assigning your children to the school that they want them to go because, if the child is dumb, why should we pay for that? But if your child, this sound like Russia, don't it? If your child is smart and educated, we're going to pay for that. But if your child been in school and the only thing he on the 8th grade level and the only thing he know how to spell is cat, K-A-T, we got to get rid of him. We gonna send him somewhere where he can make a living. Farm work. Oh, now keep in mind that this old man, if he live, he got 3 and some change, 3 years and some change to implement all of this. So, and Project 2025. So please don't think that it can't happen. He got 3 years. See, that's why they taking census now, because now they trying to see how many black folks. Now, at first, they tried to redo the census without the Hispanics, the undocumented. But now they're doing the census now to see how many blacks are actually in the country. See, they got to get the numbers. Pam Bundy is looking good, telling people how many arrests that she has made, how many guns she got off the street, but the heifer didn't even coordinate where they gonna put them at. So he said, well, we talked about that earlier. Well, let's see now. They're getting arrested by ICE. They're getting arrested by all these other agencies. They going down to 201 Poplar. Their tags are out. That's a city thing. They tags is out. They ain't got no insurance. They ain't got no papers on their car. They carrying guns. Don't matter if you registered or you got it legal. You just a black person in the arm. I know what. Since Shelby County can't fix it, we'll find somewhere for them to go. Because now we got a problem. We got a prison problem. We're going to send them somewhere. We're going to send them to, let's pick a place. We're going to send them to Texas. Texas just started building them concentration camps. Yes, they have. In fact, Greg Abbott gave Trump some land, Pam Bundy and them some land to do that. So how we fix this situation? Because they got National Guards from Tennessee was going to go to D.C. He's trying to send California to Portland, Oregon. He trying to bypass it because they stopping the National Guard from actually coming that's in the state to come to the city. So how do you do that? Well, they building these Alcatraz islands, they building these concentration camps, they converting warehouses and everything to jail cells. We just gonna put them little homely little Negrolettes all in there. We gonna send them. We gonna start shipping them out. That's what we gonna do. Get pulled over and but y'all still laughing and giggling. They saying, okay, well, you know what? Steve Murrow, he can't handle that. So what we gonna do? See, they gotta make Steve Murrow look bad. Yeah, they gotta look the Shelby County Court look bad. They gotta make it look like that. You know what? Crime is so bad there that that Shelby County couldn't control it. Even though the state of Tennessee laws have big loopholes for criminals, they are not looking at that. They are not trying to change the laws, like, for instance, raise the bail. The bail, they tried that, the bail. See, or better yet, what about the 3 strikes and stuff? So how they fix it is that now, while y'all sitting there dancing and happy, they finna start shipping y'all somewhere. Because now they ain't got too many people that they can send at 201 Poplar. The penal farm is getting crowded. They ain't built the new jail yet, which I don't think they gonna ever do. And while y'all trying to find a solution to a federal problem, y'all should be getting federal dollars for that. I mean, if y'all gonna bend over and let somebody screw you, you would think Memphis have the federal dollars for better police officers or education. But no, that's too much like right. See, the police department is hiring because they think that because crime is controlled now, that they will be able to enforce with little police officers that they have. So right now, they finna find a place to put y'all at. They gotta find a place, and eventually, it ain't gonna be no short, long decision. It's gonna be a short one because, see, they already thought this out. See, they knew when they started arresting all of y'all, even on fake charges. If they give you appearance that they cleaning up the streets, and they doing this, they did this in a week, because, see, people scared. They scared, but they don't look at that. That fear is stopping them from really catching the criminals. So right now what they're doing is they saying, you know what, we knew that the courts wouldn't be able to handle it. We knew that the jails weren't going to be able to handle it. So how we going to fix it? They fixing it right now by getting ready to ship you Negroes somewhere else. Oh, God, give it it's been a week since they doing it. And see, y'all complaining now that y'all ain't got no space. See, Wonder Harbor was never prepared for that because the long lines was already there before they came, and now the long lines are still there. Yeah. They ain't gonna give Steve Moore no night court. Because you know why? Because that county commissioner, one of Trump bootlickers, tail kisser, he said, you know what? He said, we got to go down there and make them look bad. We got to go down there and make Shelby County, because all these black folks are down here looking bad. And then you have black folks say, ooh, y'all, you really on the job. Oh, no, baby, he ain't on the job. That's Project 2025. But you black folks so happy about that chicken and watermelon that you got, that you can go and dance on Beale Street, that you can now go and do all of this, and you ain't going to vote. You ain't going to do all of this. You praising the fact that a white supremacist president is fixing it up for your demise, for your genocide, for your experimental use. And y'all happy about that. So I got to apologize to Chattanooga, because at least they would have stood up. If it wasn't number they would have at least said something. I know one person would have said something. Dennis Clark would have, oh my goodness, he would have said something. Who else? It would have been a whole bunch of little folks that would have said something. I probably would have been in the game. But Memphis, how it used to be, is no more. Y'all laying down, y'all accepting it, y'all happy. You know, I ain't never been seen a bunch of black folks that happy to see the Klan coming to town. I have never seen that before. And y'all are making history as we speak. And it's not in no good way. Because once again, Memphis is gonna go into, like they always do, somebody do some good, it's good for Memphis, and then on the back end you find out that all that stuff that's going on was bad. And then you get mad when somebody call it out. Tammy Sawyer, the clerk, the criminal, what is it? She's the clerk. She's been very vocal about it. She said they're coming to take over. She had a face like this, but she was still saying that they were coming to take over. And you know what folks was more worried about? They was more worried about talking about how her face was so close up on the camera and how she looked. Who gives a shit about that? Y'all so worried about the petty, minute things in this world, it ain't even funny. Folks telling y'all that, you know what, y'all just like them damn Cubans. Y'all just like them Cubans. People was telling you, this man is going to deport you. No. I will vote for Donald Trump. And what happened? They started deporting everybody. They didn't give a shit about them having papers or not. Like I said, you know, now the time y'all been sitting around, and you know what? It's going to take a few folk coming up missing by the government. And see, them Hispanic folks, they still ain't found them from Alcatraz. But it's going to take some family members to come up missing. For you to get off your black ass and stop taking this opportunity as a thing of freedom and look at it for what it is. It's calm before the storm. And you seeing folks who still think that it's a damn bag in it for them. But here's the question. When you finish making that little penny any money, I don't care if it's 200, I don't care if it's 50,000, 200,000, that ain't no fucking money compared to what's getting ready to happen. And you probably gonna have to use it to get out of Memphis. What good is it for a slave to have money when he don't have freedom?